Hi there, it's Kevin Jans from the Contracting Officer Podcast, here from beautiful Smoky Mountain National Park. Just kidding, it's a picture I took. I like to share pictures of the places that I've been. So today's topic is the three deciders, and to help people understand how the government buys, how the process of deciding who to give an award to. That's where we came up with this idea. And so I'm going to share screen so you can see what I'm talking about. The three deciders are the economic decider, the customer, and the procurer. The economic decider decides if we're going to buy something. The customer decides what we're going to buy, and the procurer decides how we're going to buy it. So to give you some context, when you're buying a car, when I'm buying a car for that matter, I'm the economic decider because I'm funding the car. I'm the customer because I'm deciding what car we're going to buy. And then I'm also the procurer because I'm deciding, are we going to lease it? Are we going to own it? Am I going to trade in a car for it? What are the terms of the lease, etc. Right? I have the ability to sign the contract, to take the money and buy the thing. Okay. In a lot of acquisitions, particularly in a business to business sale, these are three different people or three different organizations. In the government, they are definitely three different people, more often than not, and they have three different roles. But at the end of the day, all three of them are needed. Okay. You can't use an economic decider, the money from an economic decider, and then buy something without the procurer. If you don't know what you're going to buy, you haven't talked to the customer, you're going to buy something nobody wants. If you have something to buy and a procurer but don't have any money, then you can't close the contract. So you have to have all three of them. In the government space, the procurer is the contracting officer. This concept helps people track where is each decider in each particular situation. So for an acquisition that the government wants to buy a service, the service is funded, and the customer can decide what the evaluation criteria are going to be to compete the contract, to recompete the contract. And then the contracting officer will decide, are we doing this under a GSA schedule? Are we recompeting it the same way we did last time? Can we add this to an existing contract and modify the contract that we have? Is this an entirely new requirement? Can we sole source it? All of those questions are being answered by the contracting officer. But they can't do all those things if they don't have funding from the economic decider and a requirement from the customer. So all three of these are needed. To learn more about this concept, go to the Contracting Officer Podcast or govconpodcast.com and scroll down to episode 118, where I get into this in more detail. But this gives you the basic idea. There are three deciders in every acquisition, whether it's us buying something ourselves, it's a business buying something, or in this case, it's the government buying something. These three deciders are all needed. And if you need help understanding how to navigate these three deciders in the government contract, we're here to help you. Go to skywayacq.com. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks. Have a great day.